Okay, so apologies, I accidentally cut off the ending of video two, part one. So, I've returned to this picture to show you, to wrap up the final conclusions. And what I'm wanting you to look at is it's the same picture, it's the same facts on the ground, right? The trees are the trees, the green is the savanna, the white circles in the middle of the red are village centers, right? Same set of facts. So it's not that facts don't exist, it's that there's different stories about these facts, right? For instance, the orphan tsunami, right? That history, those facts are told one way in the article, right? And then another way in the indigenous story about it, right? So same set of facts, right? But different stories about it. And let's see if this slide will work. Stories construct our realities, right? Again, it's not that there's no sets of facts. It's that based on our cultural perspective, based on the principles within our culture, we have different narratives, right? Different stories. And one of the things that we want to be very careful about is to become very aware of the stories that we're telling ourselves and to work to pull down the Western culture idea of the supremacy of one culture over another, right? This is what we call white supremacy. And we call it white supremacy because white people will look at this and according to their culture will say, we're the ones who are doing better. They're the ones that are having troubles. They're the ones who aren't as sophisticated. They're the ones who who are mired in in their stories, mired in their make-believe, right? And that our story is the true interpretation of the facts, right? So Europeans and Euro-Americans have always thought this, right? It's at the heart of colonization. We're more advanced, we're more civilized, and to me it's a stunning act of projecting yourself onto another, saying that non-whites are savage or some form of that non-whites are not as successful, not as sophisticated. That's white supremacy, right? So anyway, I want you to, this idea that stories construct our reality, I want you to think of an easy example, right? So any one of you, no matter, even though most of you are very young, can look back at a part of your life that you thought of at that time, you thought of as being about being about something, right? Then as you got older, you look back on it and you say, you know what? I have more information now. I have more experience. I have actually a different perspective. And now I see that thing to be more about XYZ, right? And it's not that the event or whatever it is changed. It didn't. Your story about it changed, right? And in that way, stories do construct our realities, right? And when we're seeing reality in whatever way we're seeing it, that's going to dictate how we act. Okay, so thanks very much for listening, guys and girls and those in between who are fluid. Thanks for listening. Okay, talk to you later.